All right, let's dive right in. We are living through one of the biggest shifts in media, maybe ever. AI is completely flipping the script on video production, turning it from a creative craft into a full-blown industrial process. Seriously, you have to forget the idea of a single creator grinding away. We're in the age of the automated content factory now, and it is all happening way faster than any of us expected.
This quote from ShotStack just nails it. It perfectly captures the new reality. We're moving way past that romantic image of a lone creator burning the midnight oil. The new game is all about manufacturing. It's about systems, assembly lines, and just massive, massive scale. You know, the most successful channels out there, they aren't just making videos anymore. They're building the machines that make the videos.
And look, this isn't some far-off futuristic idea we're talking about. A 2025 Digiday report found that a staggering 83% of creators are already using AI in their workflow. Think about that. More than half of them are using it specifically to pump out more content so they don't burn out. This isn't a trend that's on the horizon, it's here, it's the new standard.
This right here, this is the critical mindset shift. For years and years, the goal was simple. Just edit faster, find better shortcuts, get quicker rendering. Well, the new way of thinking just throws that entire idea out the window. The winning strategy today isn't about optimizing the manual stuff, it's about eliminating it entirely. It's about building that content factory.
So what does this new factory actually look like? Well, you can think of it as a four-step assembly line. First up, you've got ideation and scripting. That's your blueprint. Second is asset generation, where you actually manufacture all the individual parts. Third, you have assembly, where it all gets put together. And finally, and this is probably the most critical step of all, you have quality control, where a human being gives it the final once-over.
So let's start at the very beginning of that line, generating the raw materials. You know, just like any factory, you can't build a final product if you don't have the component parts. And in the world of video, that means your script, your voiceover, your images, and of course, your video clips.
This table really shows you just how specialized the AI world has already become. There's a best-in-class tool for every single ingredient you need. You've got ChatGPT acting as your creative director, coming up with scripts. Then 11 Labs provides a narrator's voice that, honestly, is almost impossible to tell apart from a human. Midjourney can create these incredible, eye-catching thumbnails, and Runway generates all your custom B-roll footage. Each tool is built to do one job and do it perfectly.
But how good are these tools at making the most complex ingredient of all, the video clips themselves? Well, a test by Manus gives us some really good clues. They took this very specific, very atmospheric prompt and fed it to all the top AI video generators just to see what would happen.
And the results are absolutely fascinating. Runway, for example, is fantastic if you're a creator who wants really deep creative control. But the test showed it can have these minor, kind of creepy glitches, like glitchy eyes or slightly awkward movements. Then, on the other hand, you have Kling AI, which was the absolute champion of photorealism. It produced the most natural human walking motion, hands down. But it struggled with the details. It got the coat color wrong and missed some of those cinematic lighting effects. So it really shows you the trade-offs that still exist with this tech.
Okay, so we have our AI-generated ingredients. All the parts are ready. Now it's time to head to the factory floor, which is the second phase of our assembly line, where everything finally gets put together.
And right now, creators are faced with a pretty fundamental choice. When it comes to putting all your AI assets together, there are two very different paths you can take, and believe me, they're designed for completely different goals.
So the first approach is what we can call the AI-powered editor. Just think of your traditional software, something like Adobe Premiere Pro, but basically supercharged with AI. This is for the creator who still wants that full, manual, hands-on control over a single, high-quality video, but just wants AI to speed up all the tedious parts.
And the features you get here are just incredible time savers. You can edit your video just by editing a text transcript. The software can automatically generate all your captions. It can intelligently make a clip longer if it's too short. It can even auto-tag your audio files. It's not full automation, right? It's more like smart assistance for the human editor.
Now, the second approach is way more radical. This is the automation engine. This isn't software you open and click around in. It's a developer tool, an API, like ShotStack. Its purpose isn't to help you edit one video better. Its purpose is to help you build a system that can automatically generate thousands of videos from a data source, like a simple spreadsheet, with absolutely no manual editing involved.
So let's just boil it down to the core difference here. An AI-powered editor like Premiere is for creative control. You're the artist and you're working on a single canvas. An automation engine like ShotStack, that's for scale.
You're the engineer, and you're building the factory. The choice between them really just depends on whether you want to make one amazing video or 10,000 of them. This brings us to the final, crucial stage on our assembly line, quality control. So with all of this incredible automation, what's the human's role? Where do we fit in? Well, it's to be the final check. And let me tell you, skipping this step is the single biggest mistake you can possibly make.
This quote just says it all. The temptation is so real to just let the machine run and then blindly upload whatever it spits out. But AI still makes mistakes. It can hallucinate facts in a script, or it can generate one of those video clips with the creepy glitching eyes. Without a human there to check the work, you're just risking publishing spammy, low-quality content.
The most successful automated channels all seem to follow what's called the 90-10 rule. Let the AI do 90% of the heavy lifting. The research, the scripting, generating the assets, the assembly. But that final 10%, that human polish, that final check for errors, that little spark of human judgment, that is absolutely essential. That's what separates truly valuable content from automated junk.
So after walking through this entire assembly line, from the raw ingredients all the way to that final quality check, what's the big takeaway here? Well, it really comes down to a fundamental shift in what we value.
This is it. This is the new game. Winning in the age of content manufacturing isn't just about how good a single video is. It's about the elegance, the efficiency, and the scalability of the system you designed to produce those videos. The real value is shifting from the final product to the process itself.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. As these content factories get more and more sophisticated, does the very definition of a creator start to change? Is the real artist of tomorrow not the person who edits the video, but the person who architects the machine? Something to chew on. Thanks for tuning in.